In 2026, moving to a warm country and staying long-term on tourist status is no longer a clever workaround. It's a serious risk. The whole idea behind that kind of lifestyle move is usually the same. Getting there is easy and you'll figure out the rest once you arrive. The problem is that a growing number of countries are now cracking down on exactly this, and people who've been living on tourist entries are getting turned away at borders. Hi everyone, I'm Serafima. Welcome back to the Wise Move channel. A quick note before we get into it. We specialize in European residency. We're not experts on immigration in Southeast Asia or Central Asia, but we regularly work with people who've been living that way and now want to convert their situation into something stable with a real European residence permit. So today, I want to explain briefly why long-term tourist living is becoming one of the worst relocation strategies you can follow in 2026 and what actually works instead. The core problem with tourist status is that it gives you no foundation. You're entering on a tourist visa or visa-free, doing border runs, sometimes getting short local extensions, and telling yourself you have some kind of base. But legally, you don't. The years you spend living somewhere on tourist entries don't count toward any residency or citizenship process. You have no stable legal status, you can be refused entry at any time regardless of how long you've been coming and going, and you have no right to work, no way to open bank accounts properly, and no way to legalize your income. Even owning property or having a rental contract doesn't protect you if you don't have an actual residence permit. Thailand is the clearest current example. In 2025, Thai authorities significantly tightened controls on people entering as tourists. They're now specifically targeting people with many entry stamps, frequent border runs, and patterns that suggest permanent residence rather than genuine tourism. Checks now include hotel bookings, insurance, available funds, and overall travel history. What's striking is that even genuine tourists, people who hadn't visited in years and had legitimate hotel reservations, have been turned away. Immigration forums and reports confirm this is happening regularly. So even if you've done nothing technically wrong, tourist entry no longer guarantees you'll actually get in. Georgia, which many people treated as a stable base, easy entry, simple business registration, Russian widely spoken, has also become significantly less predictable. Refusals, non-renewals, and prolonged waiting periods have increased noticeably since 2025. Armenia and Kazakhstan are in a similar position. Kazakhstan tightened migration controls again in 2025, and Armenia is expected to revise its migration law in 2026. The common thread across all of these: the rules change faster than you can adapt. You're dependent on the judgment of whoever is working the border that day, and you have almost no legal recourse when something goes wrong. The contrast with a proper residence permit is significant. A European residence permit is issued under clear codified law. The rules for renewal are transparent and documented. You can rent long-term housing, open bank accounts, declare income, and pay taxes in a way that actually builds towards something. And most importantly, the time you spend there counts toward permanent residence and eventually toward citizenship. Two programs that are working well right now. Spain's digital nomad visa gives you a 3-year residence permit and can be applied for from inside Spain on a regular Schengen tourist entry. From the moment you start preparing your documents to the moment you have your residence card in hand, the whole process can take as little than 2.5 to 3 months. That's the fastest route to EU residency currently available. France's talent passport gives you a 4-year permit from day one, the longest initial permit in the EU, and opens the path to citizenship after 5 years of residence. The bottom line is this: long-term tourist living in 2026 isn't freedom, it's instability. The window that existed a few years ago is closing, and it's closing faster than most people expect. If your goal is to be somewhere long-term, especially in Europe, the time to do this properly is now, not after you've been turned away at a border somewhere. If you're interested in Spain, France, Italy, or any other European country, book a free consultation through the link in the description. We'll help you find the right program for your situation. See you in the next one.